Okay, let's jump right in. We're doing a deep dive today on, well, luxury gum, specifically Underbrush gum from Nathan and Sons. And the big question, the sort of audacious claim is, can chewing gum actually help rebuild your tooth enamel?
Yeah, it's a bold one.
But first, the price. I mean, we have to mention it. It's around $40 for 4 packs,
Wow.
which works out to $10 for 1 pack of
It was
gum.
$10. Okay. So yeah, that price tells you this isn't just about fresh breath. They're positioning it as a kind of dental treatment you chew.
Exactly. It has to be more than gum.
So our mission here really is to look at the science. Does it actually stack up? Can this unique ingredient list, it's like a chemistry text meets the forest floor, can it deliver on fighting bacteria, rebuilding enamel?
Right. Let's start with that core claim. Remineralization, rebuilding enamel. The star ingredient seems to be nanohydroxyapatite, NHA.
What is that?
And why the nano?
Well, the fascinating part is NHA is the mineral that makes up your teeth. Like 97% of enamel is hydroxyapatite.
So it's the actual stuff, not just something like it.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the building block. And the nano part, the size, that's crucial. There are quite a few peer-reviewed studies, actually, showing that these tiny NHA particles can remineralize early lesions, those little spots before they become full cavities. See, fluoride helps your mouth use existing minerals, but NHA, because it's the actual material and it's so small, it acts like pre-made filler. It can plug those microscopic gaps directly. Some studies even found it worked better than fluoride for deeper repair.
Better than fluoride. Okay, that's huge. Fluoride's been the standard for decades.
It is a big claim.
So what's the catch then? If it's potentially better, why are we talking about it in a $10 pack of niche gum and not, everywhere in toothpaste?
That is absolutely the right question. And it brings us to the but.
The but.
Yeah. But first, let's quickly mention the supporting cast, ingredient-wise. They're actually pretty solid. You've got xylitol, mastic gum, erythritol.
Right, I saw those.
And these aren't trivial. Xylitol reducing cavity bacteria. That's backed by really strong evidence like Cochrane reviews, gold standard stuff.
Yeah.
Mastic gum also fights bacteria, reduces plaque. Erythritol helps too. So the formula, on paper, it's robust. It's got good things in it.
For great ingredients, next-gen minerals, backed-up helpers. The whole debate then, it sounds like it comes down to delivery.
Yeah.
Getting it to the teeth effectively.
Precisely. That's the get. Lab versus mouth. The successful NHA studies, they often use high concentrations, maybe 10%, sometimes even 20%.
Like a rinse or a paste.
Exactly. Applied directly, often for a decent amount of time. In gum, the NHA is suspended in the gum. The actual concentration reaching your teeth while you chew is, well, it's much lower. And contact time is key.
Which seems to line up perfectly with the user reviews, right? They're really mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do report, smoother teeth, less sensitivity, things that suggest maybe some remineralization is happening. But then a lot of others complain the flavor vanishes super fast, like 15 minutes, and the texture gets really stiff. They call it overpriced hippie gum.
Yeah, and that short lifespan, the 15 minutes, that links right back to the concentration and contact time problem.
Right. Not enough time for the ingredients to really work.
Probably not enough for a major therapeutic effect compared to, say, a dedicated treatment. Plus, there's a regulatory side. In the U.S., the FDA hasn't actually approved NHA for dental use yet.
Oh, interesting. It's used elsewhere.
Widely. Japan, for example, but not FDA approved stateside. So the company, they can cite research, but they have to be careful not to make direct medical claims.
Got it. Okay, so wrapping this up, for you listening, maybe thinking about spending that $40, what's the takeaway?
Look, it's definitely not snake oil. The ingredients are legitimate, scientifically validated. It's a premium approach. So if you're someone who already chews gum regularly and you're curious, maybe you want to gamble on getting some extra oral health perks, it might be worth trying. Think of it as a supplement.
A very expensive supplement.
Yes, an expensive one.
And the key point really is don't expect miracles. You're not going to reverse cavities just by chewing this gum because of those delivery and concentration issues. It's no substitute for brushing, flossing, and seeing your dentist.
Absolutely not. Standard dental hygiene is still number one.
So that leaves us with a final thought. The ingredients seem sound, but getting them effectively onto the tooth is the challenge, especially for enamel repair. Which makes you wonder, what's the next step for delivering these kinds of advanced minerals effectively at home? Will it still be something as simple as chewing? Or are we looking at something different entirely?